Hello. Welcome to week 2. This is also New Moon Monday. If you have ever followed me before or worked with me before, you know that a lot of my healing and creation work works with the moon. Every new and full moon, I'm taking extra time to think about what I am experiencing and how I can enjoy it more. Trying to find a rubber band, speaking of enjoying it more, so that I can not have hair in my face. So for this class, as we're going along, I'll be talking about this new moon and giving you suggestions about how you could consider creating with it if you wanted to. This class, I'm also going to do things a little differently than I have in the past, which I'm going to invite you to use your discretion. So most of the times when I'm leading more public class, I stay in the world of the slow and gentle poses because I don't want anyone to get hurt. But I do know that in the world of yoga, in the world of women and humans all around, that some of us want more, and sometimes our body wants more. So today, my poses are going to do 2 things, and I invite you to decide what you need for your body in this moment, and then as you come back to this practice, if you play it again later or tomorrow, you may find more reach, more growth in the actual pose part. But I just want to remind you guys that when we're working on this practice, when I'm sharing it with you, this is not about reaching a pose and looking good for Instagram. This is about being in your body, trusting your body, listening to your feelings, quieting the mind, and allowing this whole, full soul-body alignment so that the best part of you leaves this practice and goes into your day so that you can start to develop emotional strength and stability within yourself so that it's coming out in your day. That's what the point of these classes are from me for you. You can always do whatever you want with them, just like anything else in this human experience. There is always an intention from the sender, and as the receiver, you get to decide what you receive, what you take in, what you create with, what you don't use. And a lot of the moon work that we talk about has to do with that. You kind of take and you take a little bit of stock, and not in judgment, but as more of discernment. I like this, I'm going to have less of that. Today in this practice, we'll start reaching into a pose. If you get there and you're like, this is where I stay, please stay and enjoy your breath in that reach. If you're feeling more reach and we go on, that's when I invite you to go a little farther in your pose. Other parts of the class, we're going to be doing a little bit of shaking out. I want to target all of our joints and the idea of letting go of stuck energies all through the body. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't always realize that this body holds energy and flows energy. For the best result, we're flowing energy. The chakras are open and it's like this. But there's times, real life, when things get stuck. We get pains and aches and disorders and dysfunction. And sometimes just bringing awareness to an area and a little bit of movement and a little bit of intention, a little bit of nourishment, mental and emotional nourishment, is all you kind of need to get things going. In the world of energy work and creation, it's so easy. It's so much simpler than what we have allowed ourselves to do in human. Okay, Google, volume 1, please. So we're going to start the practice by coming into just a comfortable seat, as comfortable as it is for you. Don't start forcing the legs down. Don't start forcing a cross leg. As comfortable as it is for you, come into your upright position. Start to let the mind slow down. Start to relax the body, and if you can, start to relax the eyes. Let your eyes start to look down, looking at the floor, bringing them in closer to you until you can look at the nose and maybe just close the eyes. Breathe deeply in through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. Inhale into the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. One more time. Take the head and just do a little shake now. And then with the eyes still resting, lean into your seat almost like you're reaching forward, like you dropped something before you and you're trying to reach forward to grab it. You'll feel the bum behind you just sort of lift away. As that happens, sit back up and straighten the spine. Let the sit bones come into contact with the seat. Let the hands rest in the lap and take a breath again. Scan the spine. Relax the jaw. Relax all of your face. Imagine the crown lightening and opening. Imagine now, go all the way down to the base of the spine. Take a breath in and feel the base of the spine. Breath in. As you breathe, deep breath in, exhale with sound. Imagine the breath, one notch at a time, like stepping up a ladder, stepping up your vertebrae. We're going to do it for about a minute. Really draw the navel in with the inhale. Really let it go with the exhale. More times. Four. Two. One. The arms and everything relax. Round the head in. Let the breath return to normal. Let a little scan for any movements, tingling, rushes, dizziness, waves. Maybe parts where the body feels a little disconnected. Unattached, maybe swirling. Just notice it. And take a breath in, bring the hands into prayer. Start pressing the palms into each other and let your shoulders sort of straighten in a line. Let the elbows start to reach like a nice straight line. And then lower the palms somewhere between the heart and the solar plexus where it's comfortable. So closer to the sternum. So you're thinking mid-heart, upper belly, wherever your arms are nice and straight and comfortable. So for here, it's about here, like mid-bust line. Maybe your arms are more comfortable, lower or higher. You find your place where your fingers are all pushing into each other. Tips of the fingers all the way down, all the nuggets of the fingers. Thumbs, palms. And then as you breathe in, start to press a little more. And now see if you can reach your mind and reach into that center of the palm and let it be light. Maybe even a tiny little nook. Keep pressing the fingers into the palm. Inhale. Draw the navel in and twist to the right. Keep pressing. Exhale. Inhale, big breath, and see if you can go a little more. Keep your palms how they are. The neck is still able to shake. No. Keep pressing and breathe. Inhale in the nose. Exhale to the mouth. One more time. Bring the body back into the middle. Keep pressing, but sort of let a little rest come in the shoulders, but keep pressing the fingers. It's a little switch between strength and relax. Draw the navel in again. Twist to the left. One more breath in, a little more to the left. And then breathe. Make sure the head can stay now. Inhale the nose. Exhale the mouth. One more time. Back to the center. Let the hands down on the lap. Head and shoulders round in. Let the breathing return to normal and just be still. Scan for movement. Sit up tall one more time, and now we're going to bring the hands to the knees. You can blink your eyes open as now we're coming down into the torso, and we're going to start waking up more of our body. But it's still going to be kind of that same thing. We're going to take a little breath and a little movement and just say hello. Hands at the knees. Sit up nice and tall in the spine again. Relax the jaw. Do a little shake now. From here, bring the nose front forward and even look up and look down. Look up and look down. One more time, looking up. Don't drop the head on the shoulders and then look down. Bring the face and nose back to center, spine, neutral. Nice and tall. Start to inhale. As you inhale this time, use your hands on your knees to pull the heart forward and look up. Don't drop the head again. And as you do this, you'll feel the sits bones pivot and even the lower belly can sort of reach in. As you do this, press into the seat with like the feet that are touching the mat, like anything touching, like press it down and you'll feel your sits bones sort of open. That kind of lets the belly come forward. It's the same motion when we're down in the cow pose. Now with that, that's our inhale. And exhale, we're going to round the back. We pivot on the sits bones again. And we go into that cat motion. Here, our hands are still on the knees. Our chin comes into chest. And in this space, we can use our arms, use our chin, and kind of press. You can like use that energy to push the spine away. Inhale, look up, heart forward. Exhale, round the back, blowing the air away. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Let's get ready, and we're going to do about a minute of that breath. And we're going to start kind of slow and mechanical, and then let yourself breathe and be in it for about that minute. Don't try and judge me on that minute, because the minute may be 90 seconds, and it might be 40. We're just going to go into it together. Hands at the knees, sit up nice and tall. Relax the jaw. Do a no check. Do a yes check. Inhale into the seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. Inhale, big in the nose. Exhale, out of the mouth, blow it away, round the back. Inhale, big. Draw the body in. Exhale, round. Press into the seat. It helps. Hold on to the knees. As you're holding onto the knees, use your index finger and thumb to sort of grab that parts of your arms more and open and close. It's like hinges, allowing the body, the torso, the spine to open and close. If you start to lean really forward, almost like rocking up out of the seat, let that happen. If your arms move, let that happen. Let your eyes close. You can let your breath be as loud as it feels good. Sound is really good for your body, for yoga, for vibration, for cleansing. If your legs start to feel tired, switch. Put the other one in front. Lift the bum as you move, and just keep going. Ten more. 8, 6, 5, 3, 1. Rest. Sink in the seat, let everything melt, and just reach down, 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 down. Feel the body, let the arms, face, jaw, everything round in. like that exaggerated cat, but just sitting up. So the cat upper back, shoulders rounded in, chin rounded in. Deep relax. Inhale, sit up tall once more. Let's bring the hands next to us on the mat. And we're going to take the spine a little left and right, because our spine moves in 6 ways. And just like all of our other joints that usually kind of can move in its own thing, it's really good for us to just kind of pay attention to that spine in the morning and take it all 6 ways, you know? So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to do a little bit of the left and right. Hands come next to you on the mat. Blink the eyes open. Sit up a little tall. Let's start to bring a little bit more energy into the body. Fingertips. So first, starting with the hands, walk the fingertips away. The hands are starting from about the hip space. You want them to leave the heart open. Don't have it all the way up here because you're going to have janky time getting in there. More open. Walking the fingers away, so just the long fingers touch. Look down to that right hand and let that hand walk so that it becomes flat. My left hand sort of reached up. From here, I'm going to take this arm and just like I'm wiping a counter, bring it across the front of my face, all the way over. When I'm here, I'm going to push this right hand into the mat and I'm like pushing these hips away. And then I'm reaching this left hand far. So this hand is pushing. There's energy up and in and reaching across my body. Hold that. Breathe in. And then exhale. Take that hand and just start to open the palm to the sky and sit it up. Let it come down to you on the mat. Shake the head no once. The left hand, walk the fingers away. The right hand comes up. Left hand flat on the mat. Right hand. The hand is flat, palm wide, facing down. Energize fingers. Inhale. Take the arm long across the front of the body like you're wiping a tall counter. And then look at that left hand. Press your left hand in. Feel it now here in the back and spine. And reach this right hand far away. So there's a mix of energy. My left hand is pressing my right hip away. And my right wrist is reaching my right shoulder away. 1 year breath. 2, it feels so good. If it don't feel good, reach out. There shouldn't be pain in yoga here. Look to the palm on the right hand. Flip it to the sky. Use your left arm and sort of push the body up, like painting a rainbow. We're going to kind of speed that up. So now the right hand is flat. My left hand is teetered up. Fold that elbow a little. Wipe the counter. Push. Take a breath in. Wipe the counter back. Let that left hand reach the ground. Take that right arm. Push. If you want, you can paint the rainbow back over and then wipe the counter. Or you can take the counter and wipe it all the way across. Let's do that. Stay here. So now, okay, come back to the middle. Come back to center. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to kind of start, let's start left. Okay, let's do it together, hard and side. Recalculating. Hands on the mat. We're going to do just side to side first. Walk the right hands away. Sweep the arm over like that windshield wipe. Palm face down. Then we're going to rotate the palm to the sky. Paint the rainbow to the left. Palm reaches the mat. Wipe the counter with the right. Flip the palm. Rainbow to the right. Left goes higher. Wipe the counter. Flip the palm. Rainbow to the left. Palm on the ground on the left. Right goes high. Press into that left. Wipe with the right. Flip the palm. Paint the rainbow. Right lands. Left comes up. Wipe the counter with the left. Flip the palm. Paint the rainbow. Sit back up. Are we following? Press into the right. Sweep with the left. Open. Press. Sweep. Open. Press. Sweep. Open. Press. Sweep. Open. Now, if that feels good, start playing in that space. Press. Sweep. Open. sweep, open, press, sweep, open. Just kind of like play with that. I feel like I kind of lost it. It's one of those ones that it's easier to play with in the body. So wherever you have found with that, whether you're pressing, sweeping, and opening, let your body just sort of go back and forth, left and right. However it feels good with that spot. You can do leaning in. If you do leaning in, do your left and your right. But just do that idea of lean left, lean right a few more times. One more minute. As in second. My body is going a little left and right now. I'm just leaning left and right into the palms, looking up left, looking up right. Looking up left. Now start to bring the neck in. Look up left, look up right. Pushing left and right on the mat. Going left and right. Just sitting almost like we would if we were up in crescent, which is when we have our wrist and we reach high. We're just taking the spine left and right, palm to palm. Look left, look right with the head and neck. Jaw relaxed, eyes can be relaxed. Palm to palm. 4, 2, 1. Rest in the seat. Inhale, exhale out of the mouth. Bring your attention down to the hips and take that left leg, left hand for the knee, right hand for the heel, and just start to rock that a little. Opening the hip as far right as it feels good, and then closing like the baby, rocking the baby motion. Point the toes and start to pick up momentum. Use this foot and press it into the mat so that you're not finding yourself topsy-turvy, and just keep rocking. Keep doing this. Another 30 seconds. Keep shaking, rocking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go down to the mat. Inhale, exhale. Pick up the right leg, same thing. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on that heel. And just first give a little hug in, and then open and close. Take your time. As that warms up, start to straighten the leg, point the toes. As that feels comfortable, press this left leg in the mat. Get yourself some more support, some more leverage, and make that rocking bigger, wider. Bring that knee as far open as it feels good, and point those toes as far closed as it feels good. Go as fast or as slow as you like. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the leg rest down. Inhale big, exhale, let it out. Scan the body. Now we're going to get ready to move into a standing, but I just want to bring a little bit of attention to the knees and ankles before we do. So I'm just going to let the legs come nice and long. Don't force straight behind the knees if it's not there for you yet. Wherever your legs fall, straight and long in front of you, legs and ankles, bring your hands next to you on the mat for some support and just start shaking the legs. If that doesn't feel normal, just start one at a time, kind of bouncing them, and then start shaking them. Push into the hands and do it a little more. Let it become a little extreme, like exaggerated shaking. Push into your hands and see if you can help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the legs rest. Round the back. Whew. It's funny how little things make me feel tired. Breathe in. Scan the legs. Notice if there's any movement in the legs. Bring your hands next to you on the mat. Sit up straight again. Pick up your right foot, make a couple circles with the ankle, put it down. Pick up the left foot, make a couple circles with the ankle, put it down. Inhale, sweep your arms above your head. Interlace your fingers really, really high. And then square the elbows just a bit. Square the elbows. And then reach your fingers up high again above your crown. Make sure your head can still shake no. If your head looks like this, square the elbows more and let your neck free. You should always be able to shake down. Start to spread the toes a lot. And then as you're doing that, lean left and right on the bum. Make sure your sits bones are in contact with the seat. Spread toes more. Keep the head and spine straight first, and then start to look up. Don't drop the head on the spine. As you're looking up, breathe in, spread the toes more. Exhale, let the relax and the muscles go, but hold the shape. Inhale, higher, relax. Inhale, higher, relax. Spreading the toes. Whenever your body is starting to get tired, let it come down, but inhale, reach. One more time. 5, 4, spread the toes. Relax when you can. Only go as far as it feels good to you. One more breath. Let the hands go. And then slowly come down to the mat. Let the legs, toes relax. Spine rounds. Just take a breath. Inhale, out of the mouth. So I want to move into a little bit of core play. And we're just going to kind of play with a little mix between down dog, forward fold, and dolphin pose. If at any point where we are in the cues, it feels like you're not going to do that, stay where you have found your max reach and breathe. And if you're in that pose and you need to relax the joints in there a little, do that. If you find your way in and it feels better to kind of breathe in there versus holding it, do that. Let your body talk to you. Sometimes with these new movements, just getting there is good enough for the first time and say, okay, and just kind of practice feeling that. I don't expect anybody to try to go right into like a full dolphin pose and hold that if that's not something you've practiced. But I do think it's a really wonderful core strengthening practice and pose that can bring a lot of enhancement to our, not just our female body, but to our human strengthening core, and it targets these lower chakras as it sort of clears the higher. Once we get into the shape, you'll see a little more. And as we're practicing in that, let the mind calm down. Let yourself not judge yourself and just be in the movements, just be in the poses. So we're going to come onto hands and knees from wherever you are. First, start there. Just like anytime we move into a pose, I like to take it wide first. So take the feet a little wider and the wrists a little wider than you would in your typical tabletop for the first time. The idea is to let the shoulders and the belly open through for cat-cow. So we're going to come into table first and then start to press all the fingers into the ground, into the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, the knees. Nice long straight spine, face gently gazing toward the ground. Eyes are soft, jaws relaxed. Start to inhale, look up, let the belly go low. The sits bones open behind me and my front lower abdomen even reach toward the floor. Letting the body just kind of come into this first cow, just with a little breath. Not really, I'm holding it there, but I'm not like pushing. I'm just letting it sort of reach with gravity. Another breath. And then as I breathe in, I'm going to feel that navel kind of draw toward the ground. And then exhale, right on the back, pressing into the mat again with the fingers in the knees, like I'm trying to push that back of my spine way to the sky. Inhale, lower the belly, look up at the chin, come into cow. Exhale, round the back. Cat. Inhale, down. Exhale, cat. Inhale, look up, cow. Exhale, chin in, cat. Cow. Cat. Cow. Cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Do it a few more times, your pace. You can let the toes point into the mat behind you if that feels good. The toes can be pressing down, or feet can be flat. However it feels good in your body. Inhale and exhale. Go as fast or as slow as you like. If it feels good to hold something, do that. And if fast feels good, do that too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the toes together, send the knees really wide, and go into child's pose. We're going to try and bring the third eye to a surface. If you can't get your head all the way to the floor, take 2 fists, stack them on top of each other, and just let the third eye be there. If that feels good, you can take your third eye all the way down to the mat, let the arms go long. But you decide what feels good in your front body here. If your arms are long, spread the hands. Let the hands press into the mat and just let the forearms touch. That's where we're going to be playing for our dolphin pose soon. Slowly take a breath in and come back up into table. This time, bring the hands and the toes in just a little bit more, like a regular table. Not too much, not like this, because we're not touching. But the thumbs are sort of lined up underneath the shoulder. And then the knee is mirroring my thumb. My toes now, bring your attention back to those toes. Curl the toes and press them into the mat. Press the toes, lift the knees, let it back down. Hands pressing, especially the index finger and thumb. Inhale, lift the knees, let it back down. One more time. Okay. Now we're going to press the toes, inhale the knees, and hold it. Exhale, lay back down. For a second, let that weight relax back toward the hips. Pick up that right hand. Flip the hand so the fingers are looking in toward that knee, and then gently reapply some pressure. Breathe into the wrist, stretch, and release that wrist. Pick it up, make a couple circles. Press that right hand down, and then do the same with the left. Fingers point in toward the body. Gently put some weight and pressure, only as much as it feels good on your body on that side, and breathe into that wrist. Pick it up, make a couple circles. Get ready to do it again. Press both hands on the mat, toes curl under, inhale, lift the knees. Now if you're here, inhale again, send your bum high, keep a bend in the knees. Shake the head no. Hold this here for a moment. Pressing into the index fingers, into the thumbs a lot. There's a lot of bend. Inhale. As you inhale, reach your bum higher to the sky and let your head shake now. One more breath. And then slowly on the exhale, reach down to table. You can set the bum on the knees a second and take a breath, or stay in table. Fold the toes. Inhale, lift the knees. Hold that. Exhale. Inhale, send the bum high. Shake the head no. Exhale. Stay here. Keep a bend in the knees. Lots of bend in the knees. When your arms get tired, take a breath in and reach your body back down to the mat. But if you're not tired, reaching into those long index fingers, pressing deeply into the thumbs. Each breath reaches the hips higher to the sky. One more breath. Look to the thumbs. Gently lower the knees down to the mat. Let's let the elbows fold in just a little and sit back. Maybe not quite in child's pose, but almost as if we were going to round into like a fetal baby position here. So now my forearms are on the mat. If you did not come this way, if you were in table, look down to your knees and reach them back just a little, maybe a little wider, and then lower just your forearms. So now everyone is on their knees, bum in the sky, knees as wide as it feels good to you. Don't have any pain here. Right now, all you're doing is having the forearms all the way on the floor so that my hands are wide and open and my forearms are touching underneath the side. And my legs are back there in table. My spine is mostly straight. My face is gently looking toward the ground. This is our setup to start working into that dolphin pose. When I first started doing this was almost excruciating. As you're here, now just for a second, look at the shoulders and elbows and start to walk those elbows in a little bit more. So when we first start, it's kind of wide. Start to kind of lean those elbows in so that we're more straight. The bum is still in table. We're going to keep that bum in table for one more second. Bringing those hands in as straight as it goes for you. If this is your opening, do that. But let's line up that elbow and arm straight so that we're not bending elbows away, that it is as straight as it feels good and open in your body. It's almost like the front of the Sphinx pose. Press all the fingers, press the thumb, relax the jaw. One more breath. All you're doing here is just making contact. And you're just getting familiar with the forearms touching the mat. If you're here and you feel like you could do more, bend the toes. If that feels okay, start to push the hands as if you're trying to push the body back, but don't move the spine. Push and then push into your toes. Feel energy here. Push the toes and the hands into the mat, into each other, and press and hold. You should feel a lot of action in your forearms. Exhale, let it all relax. Even let the arms kind of straighten if that works for you. You may have to kind of sit up and shake them. But if you're okay to just kind of extend, you can do that too. You sort of sit back or you pick them up and shake the forearms. Let the forearms rest a breath. And then we're going to try and do that lift from dolphin. So back, the legs are still in table. Forearms come back down. If you didn't go there the first time and you want to try being on the knees, just reach down, forearms. Okay? Press the forearms, press the palms, especially the index finger, and then looking back at your toes. Sometimes it helps to look. It's like, hey, you guys, do your thing. When you draw that energy in, pull your navel toward the spine and let your muscles in the belly help pick up your hiney. Inhale, little lift. You're wanting to try to keep this in a nice straight line. Give yourself the space if you need, but if there's any pain in the elbow, don't go lifting your body. If you're feeling a pull in the shin, in the forearms, that is definitely a pretty normal stretch, but don't give yourself pain there. Go easy. Just the first time when you're like, wow, that might be enough. But if you're here, however you can get your arms as straight as it feels good, we're going to inhale, lift the belly, lift the knees, just come up a little. I'm just trying to show different angles because I don't want anybody to be like lost and hurting themselves. Hands pressed down. My arms are nice and straight, or they can be a little diamond out. Make sure you have no pain in your elbows, no actual pain in the shin, in the forearms. I keep calling it shin. Inhale, lift the hips, press into the toes, press into the forearms. Press into the hands, relax the jaw. Exhale down to the mat. You can even kind of sit the bum back, like let it rest, when you come down. Take a breath in, press the hands, press the toes, lift the hips. Exhale down to the mat, straighten the spine. If you're not going to lift the hips, you can keep your arms pressing into the mat and looking forward and press your toes. That will build up a lot of strength in the belly. If you want to do one more time, we're going to inhale, press the toes, lift the hips. And just go as straight as you can with the legs high. Hold that there, press the toes, press the forearms, press the palms, relax the jaw. 1. Inhale the nose. Exhale the mouth, drawing the navel back to the spine. Hold it for only as long as you can, and then gently bring the knees down, bring the body back to the mat. Let the toes come together. Let the bum sit back. Let the arms go long or cross. Take a breath and relax all of that. Behind the legs, in the arms, in the forearms. Everywhere, relax. Third eye contact is wonderful if you can make it and find it. Inhale, lift the gaze. We're going to come back up in the table. Now this is where I'm going to kind of ask you to decide how much you want to play with these movements. If you get into a spot and it's like, oh, there's where, that's it. That's it. If you want to take a break and get up and do it again, do it again. However it works for you, I have done it all. We're going to start from table. Hands and knees into the mat. Toes. I'm going to fold my toes because I'm lifting. If you're not lifting, you can just stay pressing. Inhale, press into the toes, press into the hands, lift the hips, lift the knees. Inhale again. Send the hips really high, come up into down dog. Shake the head no. Pedal the knees just a little, keeping a bend. Don't force your heels to the ground. Keep pedaling the knees. Lean left, lean right, pedal, 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 keeping a bend, pedal, pedal, pedal. Look to the hands, lower the knees, go back in the table. Let the feet flat. Or you can keep them pointed if you like. I like to relax my ankles and joints in between. Press the hands. Push your toes into the mat. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale. Inhale, draw the hiney up high to the sky, hips away from the wrist. Shake the head no. Hold this here for a moment if you can. If this does not feel like you can hold it, make more bend in the knees, send the bum higher and more away. Anytime that this gets hard, press into the index fingers and bend the knees more to give a release in the spine. The long back is more of your reach than straight legs. My legs take a long time to get straight in down dog, and I've been practicing yoga every day for 4 years. So don't try and force things that don't feel good. This is for good feeling, not for pretty shapes, okay? Press into the fingers, one more breath. Press into the toes a lot. Lower the toes down to the mat with control. Bring the toes together, send the knees wide, child's pose, rest. Inhale and exhale. We're going to go back up into down dog, and if down dog is your stopping point, let down dog be it. From down dog, we're going to shift down into dolphin. And if you can, then you can try that. And if you aren't ready for that, then we'll try that another way after this one. Come up into table. Take a breath in, press the toes into the mat. Another breath in, lift the hips. Send the hips really far and away. Straighten the legs only as much as it feels good. Pedal the feet a couple times if that feels good. Look to your hands, look to your fingers. And one at a time, reach down that forearm left and right. Keeping the bum high, leaning left and right. Be careful. Start reaching. One more time. Only stay as long as it feels good to you. And then press into the fingers. Bend the knees a lot and bring them down to the mat. One more time. Toes together, knees wide, just child's pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back into table. This time we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to bring those forearms down again. If you haven't been moving up and down, you may want to just play in forearm back down to the mat. From here, we're going to inhale, Press, we're gonna pivot the toes. And then inhale, lift the hips. Bring the knees in just a little. And inhale, send the hips higher. If you could be in the dolphin pose, you're pressing the forearms, pressing the hands, pressing the toes, and the hips are high and away. Bend in the knees. It's like down dog on forearms. Shake the head no, no pain. Whenever you're ready, bring your knees down, send your back back, and relax. Breathe in though, and be up in this dolphin if you can for another breath. Bring the knees down. Whenever you're ready, send the back back. Inhale and exhale. You decide where you are in your practice, if you're still holding dolphin or if you're in rest pose. Inhale, bring the body back up to forearms. Send the toes facing into the mat. If you're wanting to go further, you're going to inhale, lift the knees. If that feels good, inhale again and straighten the arms, go up into down dog. Hold the knees left and right. Bring your forearm down left and right. Go back into dolphin. If that feels good, bend both knees. Step back up with your palms into down dog. Hold that, readjust. Pedal the knees a little. Look to the hands, lower back, those forearms go into dolphin. Inhale, draw the navel to the sky. Exhale. One more time, press the palms. Go back up into down dog, shake the head, pedal the knees. And then look to the hands. If you wanted to lower back down one more dolphin, you can do that. Holding that for that last pose or staying in down dog or staying in table. Find your edge and just be here for a moment. Drawing the navel back towards the spine if you're in down dog or dolphin. And if you are in table, pressing all of the fingers, all of the knees, pressing into the mat, strong spine, relaxed face. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the knees come down. Let the forearms rest. Open the knees really wide. The toes come together and go into your most relaxed child's pose that you can find and breathe and rest. Take the cheek a little left and right. Relax the third eye if you can make contact and breathe for a moment. Inhale and exhale. Now we're just going to slowly roll over onto our back. And as we get here, take the whole body into a squeeze. Squeeze the legs. Squeeze the head. Go into a great big ball. Hold your squeeze for as long as you can. Let your breath try to relax as you squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. This isn't a cuddly hug, this is a squeeze. One more. And then exhale everything down to the mat. Press your heels into the mat and lift that lower back left and right. Let that whole spine touch the mat. Lean the shoulders left and right so that back readjusts and you're in the mat. The arms kind of laying open. The legs are relaxed open. My toes and feet are just relaxed. Squeeze the toes and relax them. Squeeze the muscles on the legs and relax them. Lift the hips to the sky. Relax the hips. Lift the belly and the heart to the sky. Relax the torso. Squeeze the hands, fold the elbows, drop the arms. Shrug the shoulders, drop the shoulders. Pick up the head, shake it a little, no, and rest it back down once more. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale And with that sound, rest the body. The whole body can relax. If you wish to receive Reiki energy, you can invite them into your body now, simply by saying, I allow Reiki energy to move through my body. If you don't want to do that, you can just relax. And if you did do that, return to relax. Gently roll to one side and stay a little longer. Take another moment for you. Keep the heart and the eyes close and quiet. Keep the body deeply relaxed. Stay relaxed and quiet and just lend me your ear. I pulled a card for us to just close this practice today. And if you just let me read to you, I pulled the shadow card and it's titled Fear. Fear has become a scapegoat for your pain as you cower in your shadow. Step out of the shadow and fear will transform into love. If something feels bad or off, we assume it has come from outside of ourselves. The honored character shown in this card is the manifestation of blame. If we keep accusing the shadow, we remain connected by fear, by illusionary chains. There is nothing to be afraid of, as demons are mere manifestations of your fear. Once you face them, they will disappear, leaving you to wonder whether they were angels in disguise. The flames are burning away the outdated to reveal the love that is at the heart of everything. Look closely. Can you see an angel? The shadow unravels anything that still ties you up in knots. The shadow is a secret darkness deep within you. You created this place to store any feelings and situations that scare you. This could be rage, violence, revenge, rebellion, or repressed sexuality. You could be punishing yourself for things that were not your fault, or storing dreams and desires that you did not think were possible. You created your shadow and you can heal it. Your shadow is a part of you that longs to be loved. It is not bad, clever, deceitful, or trying to hurt you. Like any unbalanced energy, it seeks harmony so that it can release its potential. This card may represent a destructive habit or relationship. Be wary of trying yourself to a situation or making a promise that you don't want to keep. This card asks that you consider if there's any place in your life that you're allowing this, whether it's emotional or physical, subordination, bondage, self-destructive, or violent self-behavior. And And that with this new moon, you let those fears go. You let the shadow be loved and give you the information that it's holding for you. When you're ready, come back to a seat and we'll close our practice together. Bring in the hands into prayer. The head and heart stay nice and quiet and close to ourselves. Hands, let the palms just gently rub together, a little energy. A little faster if that feels good. Inhale. And then when you exhale, place one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly and just breathe into that for a moment. Feel your energy one more time. Send a self thank you for this moment, for this practice, for your self-care, for your self-love, for your self-healing. Thank your shadow. Thank you so much for practicing with me this week. I hope that the new moon blesses you in ways that rock your world. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Here's a picture of the card in case anyone wanted to see. Number 15.